Welcome to the game between Ian Nepo and Magnus Carlsen. Nepo starts the match. Pawn is pushed by Magnus. It's a Karakon defense, the main line of Karakon on the board here. The Blitz out the opening moves. It's a Karakon defense, main line. Magnus brings his bishop out, and Nepo does the same. Castles on the king side. Magnus knight develops to e2, castling on the king side as well. White. Magnus taking his time, looking at the position. Those bishops they are already commanding a lot of space on the board. Magnus's bishop are not bad. So he brings his rook and castles on king side. Nepo bishop comes in and wins the knight, and after 10 moves, the position is equal. Queen to d2 forms this battery with the bishop, also connecting both the rooks and this battery as well. Magnus reorients the knight. Pawn push by Nepo. Magnus goes for the capture of the knight with the bishop here. Nepo captures with his bishop. Magnus pushes the double pawn here. He could later on push the pawn on g5 to g6 and can push the pawn here, keeping up the pawn structure. Nepo attacks the bishop with the pawn push. Later on, he can go for b4. Bishop retrieves. Bishop by Nepo, and both the bishops come from f6. And rook doubles up on the d file, giving more protection for this weak pawn. Magnus brings his knight to d5. Bishop to f4 by Nepo, getting away from the attack. He captures the bishop with the knight, and queen recaptures, developing the queen. And queen to e7 now, onto the e5. This d6 square is a good outpost, but Nepo don't have enough pieces to use that. He pushes the pawn to p4, completing the pawn structure. Magnus pushes g6, forming his pawn structure as well. So pawn push played here. Magnus captures, bishop captures, and rook comes in and attacks this bishop here. Pawn push, creating a space for the king. Magnus puts the king up. Queen forms this battery, attacking the f7 square. got to guard the f7 square. Magnus pushes h5, getting rid of one of the his backward pawns, and Nepo reciprocates and does the same. Rook up to the 7th rank, trying to develop the rook on the d file if required. King comes to the board by Nepo. Queen to e5 by Magnus. Bishop retrieves because it's stack, opening up an attack on the rook here. So put the rook comes into the 7th rank, freeing up the back rank. Black, pawn push by Nepo, and rook comes in and attacking queen. So rook exchange, and will the queen exchange happen here? The queens are exchanged. Black bishop will be on d4 with an attack on the pawn. That pawn will need to be pushed, and after exchange, you'll have to isolate the board. He goes for the exchange. Nepo, bishop captures back, pawn push, pawn is recaptured, and bishop retrieves by Magnus. Rook comes up, king comes up the board by Magnus. Pawn push by Nepo. Magnus brings his rook in. White rook goes to e6. Bishop goes to d1. Rook c5. He goes for the capture. Basically, this is the draw here. The best move was to push the pawn here. The king cannot